Hey everybody, it's Jay and Nick. We're here at LeMons HQ and we're going to talk about the Barber season opener for 2017.
Well, it actually wasn't really the LeMons season opener. The LeMons season opener started a week before. It was the Retreat from Moscow LeMons Rally that ended in the paddock at Barber on Friday night before the race.
Yes, now actually that is correct. And in fact, we had, hella sweet, we had a number of cars that ran the 3,000 mile road rally and then ran in the race.
In the same car.
Yeah, these are race cars, no windows, no heaters, 3,000 mile rally through the snow and then ran in the race. One of them was the 318 Ti of Walk of Shame.
Yeah.
Little bit of an issue there because they completed the entire rally. They triumphantly made it to the track. They ran 2 laps. The car exploded in a giant ball of smoke, particles, and flame, and they were out for the rest of the weekend. So that was kind of a drag. There was also the Fairly Lame Fairlane. That car is totally excellent. Knox Vegas Lowballers brought their 560 SL. But the best of all, I think, was the Cynical Racing Volkswagen Beetle.
Yeah, you guys have seen this car before. It's an orange VW Beetle into which they've swapped a 300 horsepower Honda minivan V6 out in the back.
Yeah, which is always a great thing. Excellent for handling, right? Particularly in the snow on a rally. But they made it through the rally. They got all the way to Barber. They were turning great laps at Barber. They even put professional driver Randy Pobst in the car. He loved it. He called it the poor man's 935.
Yeah.
And that was hella sweet. Less than hella sweet, I gotta say, was Randy's next ride. He got into the Knox Vegas Lowballers mid-engine Duratec powered Geo Metro.
Yeah.
First lap, fast lap of the race.
Yeah.
Second lap, such a spectacular black flag. Randy, you're done for the day. Like, you gotta park.
Hella sweet. Done Racin' again brought their Dodge Daytona, which was a
so great
ex-race car from a 1980s celebrity spec series where they got a bunch of celebrities and they raced Dodge Daytonas. Their race car is the one that was raced by rock star Don Dokken.
Rock star might be a little generous.
Close enough. Unfortunately, the Don Dokken mobile crapped out, but the good news was they had a parts car.
So who else was in that thing?
I'm glad you asked because I've got the list right here. Ted Nugent, Otis Redding, Tommy Lee, Lorenzo Lamas,
of course,
Valky Bartakamos, David Hasselhoff, Shadow Stevens, and Michael Dukakis.
Michael Dukakis was on that?
Yeah, he was.
Hella sweet for Phil. He got a special S&M bribe at this race.
I feel like he enjoyed that.
Oh, totally. We had a total load of Mercedes-Benz.
A load.
Jeff Gates of Alloy right here in Oakland, the hot rod shop. He towed his Chevy Love pickup all the way to Alabama. That was hella sweet. And Pat Mulry, our friend, the extremely conservative, button-down lawyer from Texas, did a Hatsune Miku Japanese virtual superhero theme on his BMW. I have no idea whatsoever what that was.
Don't look at me.
But it was great.
So we had a couple of former winners racing this weekend. The Done Racin' AMX bodied BMW Z3 and
fantastic car.
Yeah, it's a great car. Yeah. And the Save the Tatas Chevy Camaro,
which is a terrible car. So bad.
Camaro. This time, I think they approached the race with the mentality, we are former winners. We've got the line, and I know the apex, and you don't. We all know how that attitude works out.
Black flag, black flag, black flag.
Yeah, and needless to say, neither of them won the race this time.
And I gotta say, there were also a couple of really terrible, cheaty turbo Miatas. Now, one of them was Grassroots Motorsports. Last year they did the automotive journalist trick of crashing their car, and this year they did the automotive journalist trick of cheating with their car. However, I am proud to say that in both cases they did the universal automotive journalist trick of not coming anywhere near winning. Judge's choice was Duff Beer and their Jet Electrica 007.
Oh, yeah.
All electric.
Yeah.
I think it's a Horizon TC3.
Yeah.
And they actually made this car run. They put better batteries in it. They put a better computer in it. The thing was fast. I mean, it would go race pace for about 2 laps, and then it would burst into flame and stuff would melt. As our cameraman John here said, it's the Galaxy Note 7 of LeMons racing.
I got screwed went to our friend Dave Morrow, who participated, or at least attempted to participate, in the LeMons rally in his LeMons car. Well, that broke down, and then he was trying to fix it, but then he went out to his truck and realized all of his tools had been stolen out of the hotel parking lot, and then, well, crap, I'm gonna put it on the trailer and tow it with the tow rig, and then the transmission on the tow rig blew up, and he had to get that towed, the tow rig, which was then towing the race car in order to tow the whole contraption to the race. And then he got there and kind of sucked when he finally arrived. He got screwed. Okay, so American classic cars are often of the same theme of it's a marginally rare, slightly different version of a car that they made 6 trillion of. Which brings me in a roundabout way to the Buick Grand National. Now, this team, they decided, you know, we're gonna buy like a Grand National, but what they bought was a clapped out G-body and an assortment of arguably correct Grand National parts. And
similar to Grand National parts,
and of course,
in cardboard boxes.
And of course, this being Alabama, people walk by, oh man, is that a Grand National? If it was, who cares? And anyway, we felt that that was very regionally appropriate and gave them this special award, the numbers matching Southern Muscle.
The heroic Fix Trophy went, no surprise, to an Audi team. This wasn't just any Audi team. This was a team of Audi mechanic professionals, and they had it wired, man. They were going to drive through that loophole that allows all-wheel drive performance wagons. They brought an Audi Avant A4 from, 2002. They were going to dominate. Well, yeah, that lasted about 4 laps. Turbos flew out. Differentials dropped on the ground. They wound up, of course, cannibalizing what else? The team captain's street car, because why don't you, to get their crappy ass Audi race car running. They finally got that car running. They ran for about 6 laps. Right at the very end, they ran out of gas on the last lap before the checker and did not even get to the checker because they crapped out yet again in their Audi. However, good enough for a trophy.
Okay, we go to a lot of tracks, and more often than not, the owner is just kind of a disinterested sort of businessman who likes to stay in his office and doesn't care that much about cars or car people. Barber is an exception. Mr. Barber himself, this is the 2nd time at least that he's raced in our event. He's got a terrible Nissan 200 SX, which ties into the Barber Motorcycle Collection and Museum, which is amazing. If you're ever in Alabama, you have to go see it. So we love the fact that he's out there getting his hands dirty, participating, enjoying his own facility. So this time we awarded him the Organizer's Choice Trophy.
And that takes us to the IOE, the top prize, the Index of Effluency. Now this vehicle, the last time I saw it was at the 10th anniversary race at Ginger Man. It was running on about 1 cylinder, and when that 1 cylinder would fire, a giant smoke ring of oil would go shooting out the side pipe. So it did not have a lot of life left in it. Somehow they got this thing back together. I think it was just adding thicker oil, but it ran the entire LeMons rally. It ran without hitch the entire Barber race, and it won IOE going away. And that's the 560 SL of Knox Vegas Lowballers. Very well done, guys. All right, LeMons in a nutshell.
Ready, aim, fire. Daniel. All right, Hot Rod, what happened out there?
Well, Knox Vegas gave me this car to drive, and it's really awesome fun, but now something in the back brakes has gone terribly wrong.
Oh, man.
I didn't do anything different. I was slow, there was traffic, and they locked up, and I spun the hell out.